Hi everybody, this is Lane Reese out in sunny San Diego in February, coming today to talk to you about a new course offered by Mike Dillard and Jim Yaghi called Project PPC Domination. This video is going to be a video review of the course and what I feel are the strengths of the course and why specifically as a network marketer you might want to seriously take a look at this course and decide if it's something you'll want to add to your business. So sit back and relax for a few minutes. I won't take up too much of your time, and I'll educate you a little bit about how PPC Domination, Project PPC Domination, can benefit you.
Okay, so once you've purchased Project PPC Domination, you're going to be taken to the Magnetic Sponsoring back office. This is what it looks like if you haven't previously purchased any products and you're not familiar with it. You want to come over to the Products tab, click on that. You'll see the products that you currently own, and you want to click on Project PPC Domination, and this is what you're going to be brought to. This is what it looks like now, and it may change between now and when you actually view it, but this is the current layout. I'm hoping it'll change in one respect. This is the one critical thing I would have to say, is that these two calls, which are great calls, I'm not criticizing them, but they're listed first, and someone not familiar with what's going on in the course might figure, well, this is where I should start. These calls are actually follow-up calls to the training, and they're incredible, and you definitely want to listen to them, but you want to go through the training first. So I would just recommend they either put these at the bottom or say something about listen to these after the training. And you've got some resources here, but this is where you want to really start, is in the video series. PPC Domination is a video course, and that may not be familiar to some people. Maybe you're used to reading a book. There's some pros and cons of a video course. Some people might do better with books, in which case this might not be the course for you. But I would highly recommend you try video. It's a proven learning method because you have the visual along with the audio, so it can apply to different styles of learning and appeal to them. And each one, I'll say for Jim, he's very focused and he stays on topic. He knows what he's going to talk about, and they're really well laid out. So in the beginning, you've got a section on preparing to advertise, which is sort of a background. You've got how the sales funnel works, what a perfect prospect is, how domain names work and the importance of them, and landing pages. And then you get into the second section, which is really into the AdWords concept. And you get an introduction to pay-per-click marketing, and then how to set up your Google account. And he'll actually take you and have you stop and pause the video and do a step and then continue once you've set things up and moving on into other areas. Now, when I just said that, some of you might think this sounds familiar, and if you're a member or upgraded professional at Renegade University, then you're going to say, well, yes, Mike Klingler is doing that video training, and in fact, he's got a series on Google AdWords. So why would I need Project PPC Domination? Well, here's my take on it personally. You may think differently, and that's, of course, your choice. Something like pay-per-click, it's a very big topic. It's a very important topic that if you're going to try it, you really want to be well-versed in how it works. So my recommendation is do both. Mike's going to come from one perspective. Mike's professional back office has a lot of really relevant information on, like, for instance, the Writing with Pull course, which is going to help you to create more effective lead capture pages and landing pages, and actually pay-per-click ads themselves. He gets a lot into keyword research, and so does Jim here in this course. He gets into keywords, keyword reconnaissance. Sorry. So the idea is that you want to educate yourself, and it's perfectly reasonable and actually a very good idea to get exposure to different educators on the topic. And so it's not a matter of one versus the other. It's how they can complement one another, and I think they make very good complements to one another. The style of teaching is very similar, so you won't have to make a big juxtaposition there in terms of your learning style. They're both click-by-click video training, and they both have very, very good information, very relevant. So, and maybe where Mike doesn't have as much information on the actual split testing and the real nitty-gritty of tweaking your AdWords campaigns, that's where Jim shines through. You have multiple strengths, and combined together, you can really develop a lot of really powerful skills to do this properly. Now, here's another aspect of these trainings, which I feel is a major benefit. If you're familiar with the professional back office here, then you know, or if you've been with them for a while, you know that, for instance, Mike did a course on setting up your own blog. And he did that based on Squarespace, and then Squarespace changed their format, and he had to basically redo the whole thing. But there's the benefit. He was able to redo the whole thing because of the online format. So he wiped out the initial course with some warnings to people that it was going, and then he recreated the course. And the reason this is important over here is there's something going on with Google right now where they're making some pretty major changes to their policies, and it's going, at first glance, Perry Marshall, who is a definitive authority on Google AdWords and pay-per-click, was basically presenting it that Google's cracking down on the industries of network marketing and affiliate marketing. And at first, some of us got a little scared who are less experienced with pay-per-click and didn't understand the nuances. And this is where Jim shines through again. He's got his blog set up, Jim's Coffee Adventures, and he addressed this issue that came up, researched it for us, posted a really good response about what's really going on, and he participates in the conversation. You see Jim right there answering our questions, and tells us, keeps us informed about what he's got in the works, and he's able to develop. We're right now in the process of creating and adapting this course so that it will make sense for these new Google rules. So if you're thinking about a pay-per-click book or another course that's more static, I'd highly recommend a dynamic course for this very reason, that it has the ability to adapt to current conditions. If you'd like to learn more about Project PPC Domination or Renegade University, please visit www.marketingmerge.com.
Myself just yesterday and looking for